Airfix 1/32 scale medieval foot soldiers. Last video was on the Exene Castillos, Lego-like building blocks for a medieval castle. So I figure I'd go with the medieval theme for a couple more videos. Good one to do then is the Airfix medieval foot soldier set released late 70s. These are some really super cool figures, and I suggest you stick around till the end if you want to see them up close, well lit and all that good stuff. First, the boxes. In 1978, when this set was released, Airfix started doing a smaller box with 14 pieces in it. Maybe that's because Matchbox was on the scene with 1/32 scale figures at this time, and they had their smaller boxes with only 15 pieces. So that meant you could buy this box for less of a price and not get that many doubles, triples, and quadruples, whatever, out of each pose. So I think that's a nice touch. I really like the look of this box. I have a few of them in World War II theme. I think it's a really cool looking box. Of course, the artwork is great as always. Side says 1978 Holden Place. Yeah, nothing spectacular over there. And on the back, same as kind of always. Very good, very nice and clean, easy to understand. Here they also have German. On the front there's only French and English. And also it says in here, I noticed, it's kind of interesting, you know, they always have their little background history on this. It says, combat was often hand-to-hand and particularly bloody. Weapons such as the axe, mace and sword inflicted terrible wounds. And then you look on the front, it says, suitable for ages 5 years to adults. So yeah, but you can play with them when you're 5 years old. You're not going to choke on them. I guess that's what they mean. The large 28-piece box, our regular Airfix Targets box, my favorite. I think this one works really well with the red for the Airfix, the green and blue, which kind of is in the uniforms or clothing of the soldiers. I think this is one of the best ones from Airfix. It's a very, very nice box. I like it. On the back, same thing as on the small one. Painting instructions, how to clean them and stuff, and what to paint them with, and the history of the foot soldiers. Again, here you have a German as well, which you don't have on the front cover. Side has one of those soldiers there throwing a rock at someone. Not too happy about them invading his castle. And then you have another image of one of the soldiers in the box. The figures. These are really nice. I didn't have these as a kid, so when I got them a couple of weeks ago, I had a good look at them. I've seen them online and stuff, but these are so pretty. These are so well made. The poses are so cool. This is a top-notch set, I think. Of course, they don't have as much details as, let's say, a World War II soldiers, because there's no webbing, there's no magazine pouches, grenades and stuff. But then again, you can see small details like belt buckles, the smaller details in the clothing and all the creases and stuff are very nice. And on these, the faces are really cool. If you watch the close-ups, you can see the faces look really nice. As far as weaponry, I'm not sure. I'm not that good with medieval weaponry. And as you can tell, sometimes not even World War II weaponry. But I don't think a foot soldier would use a two-handed broadsword like this with all the fine details on it. It looks more like someone higher up would use it. But it's a cool figure. I like it. And then, you know, between these two different helmets also, clothing varies. This guy with a club, larger sword. The other guy had a knife, shield. Very cool. He's really hammering this thing. Then you have a few more standard, I guess you could call them poses. I was going to say rifleman, but it's not a rifleman. It's a bowman. Very nice figure. This one I think is kind of not the most boring, but it's okay. It's a good figure. I think this is called a hillebod in Swedish. My son told me what it's called in English, but I can't remember. It's a nice figure as well. I really like it. This one is interesting. I guess this is a fighting pose, but he's actually just throwing rocks at someone down there underneath him. He's up on the castle wall. And then there was this one here that I couldn't really figure out why do you do a prone soldier with a sword? But then I realized there's actually a ladder in the set, so he's actually climbing the walls, which is really cool. I like that. He's got a smaller sword. My son has something like this. He likes swords and, like I said, watches YouTube with this stuff a lot. So he actually ordered a sword like this one here, from Hungary. It's like a semi-custom, you could call it. You can pick and choose some parts. So he uses that, and I buy pumpkins and watermelons he can practice on and chop them up. I think I forgot this one as well, the axe guy. This is a very nice pose. It looks very natural. I really like it. So I'm going to get some of these loose, because I started comparing these, of course, with I have some of my old Britons figures left from medieval figures, and yeah, of course the Airfix is going to have a lot better details. But the funny thing with that is that Britons made more of a knights set, not foot soldiers. So I think this could be a fun mix of actually having knights and foot soldiers. So you have some heroes and you have some just plebs fighting. But all in all, it's a very, very, very nice set. I'm so happy I got this. And it's going to be a lot of fun to paint some of these figures. But that's it for this video here. I'm going to do a few more on the medieval theme with some other cool stuff. From Timpo is one of them. So check that out in the future, near future, as I say. And yeah, just let's go to the close-ups, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.